Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Islam, visiting faculty member in Food and Crop Sciences. So our today topic is data communication. So before going to start the lecture, I will share you a complete agenda of this lecture. Okay, what we'll learn through this lecture. The very first thing is the definition of data communication. What is data communication? And after that, we will discuss the communication protocol, how the sender send the data to the receiver. Then we will see the forms of data communication, how many forms of data communication. Then we will see the data transmission modes, types of data transmission media, and the uses of communication technology. So first of all, we see the data communication definition. Basically, data communication is a process of transferring data electronically from one place to another. Okay. Basically, electronic form of transferring the data. So basic element of the communications are the sender, receiver, and the medium in which the sender can send the data to the receiver. So what we'll see in this data communication definition is basically a process of transferring data electronically from one place to another. So basic element of the data communication are the very first is sender and receiver and the medium in which the data is transferred from one place to another. So sender is a device that sends messages. Message consists of text, either number, picture, etc. Medium is a path that connects the sender and receiver. It is used to transmit the data. The medium can be copper wire or a fiber optic wire or a microwave, etc. Receiver is basically a device that receives that message. It also called sync. The receiver can be a computer, printer, or another computer related device. That receiver must be capable for accepting that message. So in this slide, you can clearly see the actual definition in a pictorial way. Element of data communication. Sender can send the message, okay? And there is a medium, there is a path, either a wire or a wireless medium that can transmit the sender message through the receiver, and receiver can visualize that message, okay? Like sender can send the message hello. The medium is the wire through which the data transfer and reach the receiver system, and the receiver user can view the hello message simply like an email. Now we'll discuss the communication protocol. Basically, protocol is a set of rules. Okay, protocol is basically a set of rules exchanging information among computers. Like the procedure of data transmission in the form of software is commonly called protocol. These protocols define how the communication channel is established, how information is transmitted, how errors are detected and corrected. Basically, when you send the data to the receiver, maybe there is some chances of error or might be uncompleted information, or first of all you have to detect that error and then you will able to the then you will able to correct that error. So the first thing is to detect the error. Either the error is in the sender side or the error is either in a receiver side. So far I have discussed the communication, data communication definition and the elements of the data communication. After that, we will discuss a complete picture of the sender and receiver and the medium between them. Then we will discuss. Then we discuss the protocols. Protocol is basically a set of rules. Now we'll discuss the functions of communication protocol. What are the functions of that communication protocol? The main functions are the data sequencing, the data routing, data flow, and error control. The function of basically the function of the communication protocol is, first of all, data is sequencing, data aligning. Okay. After that, data routing, best route is which route is best for the data to send from one place to another, and the data flow control. Okay. And the error control also seen in the communication protocol. Now we have forms of data transmission. What are the forms of data transmission? So basically there are two forms of data transmission. The very first is digital data transmission and the other is analog data transmission. So we'll see one by one. Digital data transmission is a sequence of voltage represented in the binary form. Either these signals are in the electric pulse of on or on. Digital signals are faster and efficient. They provide low error rate, high transmission speed, and high quality voice transmission. All the data communication between the computers in a digital form. So in digital signal, high voltage is represented by 1 and low voltage is represented by 0. So unlike digital, there is a analog data transmission. Now analog data transmission is a continuous electric signal in the form of either in the form of wave, which is known as carrier wave. Basically in analog data transmission, the factors that are involved uh, uh, in these waves are either the frequency and the amplitude. So basically telephone line is the most commonly used medium for analog transmission of data, like light, sound, radio, microwave are the examples of analog signal. Now here is a complete picture that describes use the form of data transmission. The very first graph shows that in two coordinate system, uh, in vertical there is a value and the horizontal there is a time. Now analog signal in the form of continuous wave. Okay. Now there is a digital signal our right side, in which you can see the value and time in two coordinate system, in which you can easily see that there is only uh, two electronic pulse, either on or off, either at the high 1, at the lower horizontal 0. So you can clearly discriminate, you can clearly differentiate the forms of data communication in this picture, analog and digital signal. Now we will discuss the very important concept, that is data transmission mode. There are basically three types of data transmission mode. The very first is half simplex mode, The second is half duplex mode, and the third is full duplex mode. So basically, transmission mode is a transferring of data between the two devices. It is also called the communication mode. These modes direct the direction of flow of information. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. The very first is simplex mode. Simplex mode is basically the one direction only. Data is transmitted from sender to receiver only. Data is transmitted from sender to receiver only. For example, central computer to a dumb terminal. Like, you can only take a place in one direction, and it's not possible for the receiver to send the data back. Normally, basically, you can receive uh, uh, messages from uh, from some organization, from FBR, from different networks like Jazz, Telenor. So basically, there is a one side simplex mode. Data is transmitted from sender to receiver, and uh, you cannot send message back to the. An example of simplex transmission would be data being sent to an electronic notice board, such as those found in a train stations and airport. This is the good example of simplex mode. The definition you have in your mind is simplex mode is basically data is transmitted from sender to receiver only. Now we'll discuss the half duplex, in which both direction data can transmit it, but not at the same time. Like, data can travel in both direction, but not at the same time. Each end of the communication link act as a sender and receiver. For example, two-way communication between computer and other computer that may be connected to that hub. Controls will exist. Be sure that to the devices to not send at the same time. Like, one human example of this type of communication is the use of walkie-talkie, where each person communicated must indicate when they have finished that speaking. Okay. So half duplex mode is the data can be transmitted from sender to receiver or receiver to the sender, but not at the same time. First, sender can send the complete message, and then receiver will be able to respond back. Now we have a full duplex mode. Full duplex mode data can transmit it from sender to receiver and receiver to sender at the same time. Like, uh, in a simple example, you can see the WhatsApp message. Okay, either you will send a message, and at the same time you will acknowledge uh, that message, or receiver can send the message. So data can travel in both directions simultaneously, either two or more computer connected to a network's device, such as switch that provide the full duplex activity. A telephone is a full duplex device. Similarly, full duplex mode is the faster way of data transmission compared to the half duplex mode. Now in this slide, you can clear, you can easily clear the difference of these three modes. The very first is simplex, the second one is full duplex, and the third one is a half duplex. So in a simplex mode, you can easily see that the sender can only send the message to the receiver. In full duplex mode, data can transmit it both directions simultaneously. And in the half duplex mode, you can either send or receive a message at a time. Now we'll discuss the types of data transmission. There is a asynchronous and the synchronous transmission. So we quickly go through this asynchronous transmission. Asynchronous transmission is simply have an electronic clock signal where data can be transmitted rather than in a steady state. Data can start, data can, you have a start bit, you have an AND bit, and in between there is a data. So you can clearly have the advantage of disadvantage and disadvantage of this because of uh, uh, excess use of the start and stop bits. Like you'll see in this block diagram, there is a sender and receiver. There is a stop bit, then you have a data and the start bit. Similarly, when the data reaches to the receiver side, I- again there is a stop bit, then you have a plenty of data and start. So application basically outside the real time system, asynchronous does not require a constant bit rate. For example, file transfer, email, and the World Wide Web. Overhead is basically a start and stop bit as we discussed earlier. Asynchronous transmission is relatively slow due to increased number of bits and gap. So in synchronous, there is a complete data that's sent from the sender side and receive and the receiver side. There is no clock in between. Like telephone conversation and instant message like this. You have sender send the data to the receiver. And here data is transmitted in a steady stream. So application and drawbacks are most common use the ASCII terminal as we discussed the ASCII codes. High speeds communication link established using synchronous modem. High speed communication. Drawback: the clock frequency should be same at both at the sending and the receiving side. No tolerance in clock frequency is allowed. So far, we have discussed the data communication, the element of the data communication, the protocol, the function of that protocols, the modes of communication, functions of communication. And now we'll start discussing the transmission media, which media is used between the sender and receiver. Now there are the guided media and the unguided media. So basically guided media describes the wire. You are using the wire between the sender and receiver computer. Guided media, which are those that provide a conduct from one device to another, include the twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and the fiber optics. You will see in the next slide uh, the picture of these wires, the twisted pair, coaxial, and the fiber optics. And I will I will discuss the uses of that cable where we can use these cables. Like in guided media, twisted pair cable, the wire in twisted pair cabling are the twisted together in pair. Each pair would consist of wire used for the positive data signal and the negative data signal. Okay. Any noise that appears on one wire of the pair could occur on the other wire. Obviously, twisted pair cable are most effective used in the system that use a balanced line method of transmission. So two types of twisted pair are the shielded twisted pair and the unshielded twisted pair. Now, so basically, coaxial cable consists of two conductors. The inner conductor is held inside the insulator with the other conductor woven around in the shield. Like your internet cable wire is called basically a coaxial cable. Now the fiber optics. Optical fiber consists of a thin glass fiber that can carry information at frequencies in the visible light spectrum and beyond. So unguided media is basically a media transport electromagnetic waves without using a physical conductor. Basically refer to a wireless communication. Their types are radio wave, microwave, infrared waves. You can transmit the data through these electromagnetic waves. Like you have a radio waves, you can send the data. Multicast communication such as radio and television, paging system. Similarly, microwaves and guided media, you have these type of dish antennas. You can send or receive the data. Like infrared ray, you have in your remote control, mouse and keyboard, etc. You can send the message in a short range. Similarly, now we will discuss the uses of communication technologies. The uses of communication technologies are as follow, like we are using in a voicemail, email, news group, voice conferencing, groupware, global positioning system, fax, instant messaging, internet telephony, collaboration, chat room. Currently, I will discuss the Zoom application. Okay, you can join as a participant and one of them as a host, so you can easily receiving his voice or his or her voice, okay? Or raise your hand or send a message. So in this lecture, I will summarize the whole lecture. First, we will discuss the data communication. Then we will discuss the element of that data communication. Then we will discuss the protocols, the functions of the protocol, then transmission modes, the medium guided media that is used, unguided, guided, and we'll discuss uh, transmission media, synchronous, asynchronous transmission discussed. Furthermore, data transmission mode have been discussed. Forms of data transmission have been discussed, and the function of communication. So if you have any query related to any of the concept, you will you will feel free to comment on this video. I will respond you accordingly. So thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.